Welcome back to AM Northwest. She brings a whole new perspective to aging well. Here to share her wisdom, we welcome one of the people featured in the book, The Gift of Aging, 102-year-old Lucille Pierce, along with the book's co-author, Marcy Houle. Good to have you both with us. Marcy, great to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Lucille, nice to meet you. First of all, though, Marcy, why did you choose Lucille to showcase in your book?
Well, when we decided we'd do this book about aging well, and we had the science, I thought people learn from stories, and I thought we'd start interviewing people, ages from 76 to 106, and Lucille came into my life because she'd read The Gift of Caring, and she'd given it to her children, and then I got a note that that she was very happy because what would happen to would not allow what happened to her would happen to my parents. Anyway, but then finding out more that she was a master calligrapher. She was 98 years old. She also knitted blankets for the homeless. It's like, who is this person?
Who is this person, right? No matter the age, actually.
So her friend brought us together, and she invited me to a lunch, a lovely lunch.
A lunch that you made, is that right, Lucille?
Yes.
Yeah. You
I
say
still
that
cook for myself.
like, of course.
Yes.
Of course,
it was
Helen. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And so then I had my tape recorded and started interviewing her, and then we, of course, became wonderful friends. And her wisdom, the secrets that you expose in the book just are inspirational.
Tell me, Lucille, what do you think is a secret to aging well for you?
Keeping your interest in life to begin with, having a positive attitude, and it helps if you started out eating right to begin with. And one reason I was able to eat right was that my parents, who had come from their farms, knew how to garden. And my dad always had a garden. We were eating organic before it became fashionable.
Oh, right. They don't know what they're doing. You know the original. You're the OG of organic. Yeah, I gotcha. And you still cook, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. You say, oh, of course, as if everyone does that, which I find fascinating. But when you get up in the morning, you have a plan. You have a list of things you're going to do. Is that right?
Well, I don't have a list, but I have a plan. You're right.
So,
and at night, I review whether I accomplished what I meant to do that day.
Yeah. Do you exercise? Do you walk? Do you tell me what you do?
Yes, well, actually, you know what, you're at 102, you're going to have a few things that go wrong.
Sure.
So I have a string of exercises I have to do every day. I also go for a short walk. I can't do a big walk anymore. I used to be a hiker.
Yeah.
And a cross-country skier.
So exercise was always a part of your life?
Yes.
As you aged. And with your kids, did you incorporate exercise as a part of your life as well?
With my children, not particularly. I don't think I had to make my children. They exercise. They all got involved in things at school, or when they were younger, they were outdoors playing.
But I think leading by example is one thing, and I'm going to assume that you led by example, you and your husband at the time, right?
Yes.
You both were active?
Of course.
Yeah. And you both ate well?
We both ate well.
And you both have a sense of humor?
Neither of us smoked, and both of us have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
My husband was really quite humorous.
Yeah. How so? Can you tell me something that they were looking at a picture of your husband, who has since passed, but he made you laugh.
Of course.
Yeah. And you made him laugh.
He sometimes embarrassed me.
That's okay. I understand that. I love that you have a hobby, and it's calligraphy. So
that's one of my hobbies.
One of you, of course. Just
when I retired, I didn't retire. I was a chance to do all the things that I hadn't been able to do before. I took up weaving, and I also did quilting.
Oh, great.
But calligraphy was my first, and the one that I've continued to do now that I'm in an apartment.
And you put together a book for your grandchildren using your calligraphy?
Yes.
You do a lot. There's a lot.
I did not do the illustrations in this.
No, that's all right.
No.
But you using
my grandson-in-law did the illustrations.
Oh, nice. He did a good job.
Yes.
He did a great job. So you're an artist. I mean, you do calligraphy. Do you still do weaving and quilting?
The weaving and the quilting, I don't have the space to do anymore. But I did quite a bit of it. I enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
I was retired long enough to accomplish something.
That's great. Marcy, what have you learned from Lucille?
Oh gosh, so much. First of all, just walking into your home with that calligraphy, because a lot of these things are framed and what she's done for others. You really are a master calligrapher, and she's done this for 40 years.
Yeah.
You get up every day and you give back to so many people. And I asked you really hard questions too, as I did in the book. Like, you know, you lost your husband and you lost your son. How can you say life has meaning and you have joy? So your questions were, I think, so revealing in terms of, and you lose your friends as you get older. So how can you say life is still wonderful? I'll let you answer that.
You just keep active and make new friends. Like, well, look at Marianne, my friend who brought me here today. Yeah.
So making new friends is important to you. That
Yes.
seems like that would be a really important thing, to have a support group of people, right?
People are important in your life. We need each other.
Absolutely. So give me a typical meal for you. Like say, what would be your dinner? What would you have at dinner?
Well, I might poach a piece of salmon and have some mashed potatoes and a green vegetable.
Yeah, that's great.
Green beans. That would be an adequate meal.
And your family is a support group as well, right? You
I'm
have
sorry?
Your family. They're supportive of you as well.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I have a daughter in town, and I have one daughter in Silverton, and I have a niece in Portland.
And then you've got the grandkids.
And I have a
see.
son.
You have a son?
A son in Portland. Well, one of my sons died of cancer.
Yeah. That had to be really tough for you.
That is tough.
Yeah, losing a
we're,
child.
we're not supposed to lose our children.
No, absolutely not.
And of course, I lost my husband
Yeah.
in 2009 to a stroke.
Yeah. But you
But
are,
I still have others.
yeah, you
in
have
the
other people
family.
in your life.
I have 9 grandchildren and
That's great.
11 great-grandchildren.
Lucille, you're amazing. 102, that's incredible. You're doing really well.
It's a great joy to see those little ones
I
coming
bet.
along.
I bet.
The oldest one of and this is a great niece, is 14 now. And they're beginning to be people that you can
Yeah.
discern the kind of person they're going to be later.
Right? That's so
And
great.
that is a great joy.
Well, I hope
yeah.
they're all influenced by you. Thank
Can I
you
tell
so
one
much.
quick story?
You bet.
Is what I learned when I was visiting you, that you always kept open to new adventures and challenges. And your family, when you were, was it 95, took you to Vietnam?
Yes.
And you'd never been on a motorcycle before.
No.
And you had to ride on a motorcycle
Well,
across.
I was with.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
but still
somebody
on
was
a
driving it,
motorcycle
yeah, yeah.
across town. And
You
you
mean
said
you
first
weren't
I was-
driving it?
I wasn't driving it,
I
no.
just said, and it was. She goes, at first I was scared, but then it was just so exciting.
Yeah.
And that's Lucille.
I love that. I love that. We want to tell everyone the book again is titled The Gift of Aging. Thank you both so much.
Thank
And
you,
congrats on
Helen.
how you're doing so well. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.